scores!
Yeah. What's up, everybody? We're back for another edition of He Cooks, He Scores. This time we got the fried fish sandwich. And don't worry about it. We're going to do a deep fry. We got a pan fried. We got air fried. However you like to fry, we getting fried on this Friday, baby. Let's go. All right, so look, we got three major components we're going to get down with here on this fried fish sandwich, right? We got our homemade tartar sauce. We're going to lock that in. We got our homemade slaw for the top, and then we also got our fried fish and our buns, all right? So right now, we're going to start off with first sharpening our knife. I'm not going to use it too much this time, but I like to get it in anyway, all right? We're going to make that happen there. Hopefully you guys got all your ingredients, everything you need. And first, let's start out with the fish, and we're going to get that seasoned, all right? So grab your fish, grab your seasonings, and let's get it cooking. Here we go. I'll grab mine over here, take it out the back. Hopefully everybody can hear me pretty good. All right. Now I'm gonna get the fish started. We're gonna get it seasoned. No matter what you do, you're gonna season your fish. You're also gonna season your batter. You're gonna season your dredge. You're gonna season everything along the way. All right. So first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna get our fish. I got the Bassa Swai. I'm not sure if you guys are working with cod, maybe working with haddock, maybe halibut, whatever your favorite fried fish is. We're gonna go ahead and make sure we got that locked down. All right. So let's get this all going here. Get my trash. Excuse me. Here. All right. How y'all feeling on this Friday? Y'all feeling good? Throw it down in the chat. Let me know where you representing from. Let me know where you at watching. Let me know who you watching with. All the good things. Let me know what you sipping on. Matter of fact, I ain't got nothing to sip on. I forgot something to sip on. But it's all good. Make that happen right there. So again, we're gonna be getting up all this fish, seasoned and cut up. Let's check out the chat right now. See where everybody at. All right. I see we got some people getting down here on this Friday. All right, we got people representing right here, Woodland Hills, Chatsworth, LA. We see you. We see you. Now, one of the things we want to do is we want to check out the cutting board here, and we want to go ahead and cut our fish in half because we got nice big pieces of fish here. You want them to be the size of your bun. So whatever size your bun is, I'll show you one of my buns here. Not those buns, but yeah, I'm gonna show you my bread bun right here. Even though I'm got my back to you right now. So basically, you want your fish to fit the size of the bun, all right? So you don't want to cut it too big or too small. And if you got a nice size, that's exactly what you want to get into, all right? So that's what I got working with right there. So all my fish is going to be kind of in uniform slice, just like that, all right? So we're going to get all that sliced up, and I'm going to do a couple more pieces here. I'm going to do the air fried, I'm doing pan fried, and I'm also doing deep fried, all right? Just to show you guys exactly how to get it all locked in, all right? We're going to go ahead right now. Get my bowl here. Put your fish in a bowl. I like to season it all together. This helps me get a nice even seasoning going here. And we're gonna get this all seasoned. One reason why we season up the fish right now is so we can get this all going down and get to have the seasons marinate for a little bit. All right. Now I'm using Bassa Swai. Swai fish is a great fish. It's got a nice meaty texture. Good for frying. Good for sautéing. Good for all the things. But you might be using cod, you might be using haddock, you could be using a lot of different things. You just want to have a nice firm fish that's good and it's going to stand up to the frying, all right? All right. I get my towel going here. Gotta have my towel. Throw it over my shoulder. Hopefully, I don't mess with my mic too much. I ain't gonna do that. All right, here we go. So first thing you want to start out with, I'm starting out with a little Creole season. I got that going in right here. Now again, you got to season with this here. It has a very high salt content, so you want to kind of watch there. Just get a nice little gentle season over there. Just cover it one little layer right there, and you're good to go. All right. Then I'm going to come in with the Old Faithful right here. You got to do Old Bay. Every single time I'm cooking fish, seafood, I'm definitely using Old Bay. But guess what? You can also use it on beef and chicken. A lot of people don't do that, but you definitely can. And I like to get it probably about the same amount, maybe just a little bit more on the sprinkle. Again, guys, y'all know me. I don't cook with the too much with the measurements, but I'm gonna try to get y'all locked in here. Both of these right now for these three pieces of fish is probably about a half a teaspoon of season. All right, then I'm gonna come back in, keep the reds going. I got a little chili powder. Little chili powder again, one little sprinkle layer right there, hit that, boom. Then I'm gonna do with the garlic powder. Coming in with the garlic powder, another little sprinkle, probably about a quarter teaspoon right there, boom. Because the Creole season's got a little bit of everything in it, so I just like to reinforce a little bit and punch up the flavor even that much more. And then I'm going to also come back with a little onion powder right here. Let me give them a little sprinkle so I don't do too much. And we got that going. Now, once again, we're just seasoning up everything right here. I'm going to throw in some black pepper as well. I don't need to add any salt because there was salt in my Creole seasoning, and I don't want to make this too salty because, again, remember, you're also going to season your flour, and you're going to season everything else that you put on here, the tartar sauce as well as the slaw, okay? And I got to tell you guys a little bit up front. I cheated a little bit. I went all chefy on y'all. I know I told y'all to get the bag of coleslaw mix just to make it easy for y'all, but I'm actually going to be making mine from scratch. I got the whole head of cabbage. I'm going to be shredding carrots. It's going to be fun. Y'all going to get it locked in. All right. So we got this going down right here. Let me grab one of my gloves. I love cooking with my gloves. Makes me feel all chefy as well. Throw this on, keep my hands from getting all crazy. Another thing this does is actually keeps things from getting cross-contaminated. You can rinse these off, and it's all good, just like a doctor is in the house. Let's go, baby. All right, now you want to get in here, check this out, and you want to make sure you get this all mixed up good, and you'll see how all the seasonings begin to come together here, all right? You see it all starting to spread out on its own. This is one of the reasons why, like I told y'all before, man, I cook like my grandma. I like getting my hands into it, man. And you got to get this in and get these good. And then your fish should really start to look like this. You see how it's good and covered? Good and covered here. All your pieces good and covered. You got nice, distribution of all the seasonings. And we're going to go ahead and sit this to the side because next thing we're going to work on is we're going to work on our dredge for our air fryers, all right? We're working on dredge for our air fryers. So we'll put that to the side. Bring up another bowl here. Now, the air fryers, you're doing a couple things, all right? You're going to do the egg in one bowl. Then you're also going to do the panko in another bowl. And then we're going to get that down into a pan and get that in the air fryer because it's going to take a little bit longer in the air fryer than it would in a cast iron skillet, frying pan, or a deep fryer, right? Here we go. Let's get that going there. Rinse off my hand here. Still can rinse off the glove and keep it moving. You ain't got to change it if you got a glove on. How y'all doing out there? Y'all doing good? You got your fish all seasoned up. All right, we got 14 people in the chat right now. 14 people watching. I see you guys. Yeah, I'm doing it from scratch, baby. That's how we do it. Got to keep it a little chefy here. You know what I'm saying? Homie Chef Ruq in the building. Got to make sure y'all got the legit good stuff here. All right. So I got my bowl. Actually, no, I'm going with a smaller bowl here. Get a smaller bowl from my panko and a nice bowl for my eggs. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to take one of your eggs here, crack your egg in the bowl. This is for all my air fryers, all right? Now listen, if you want to do this for your deep fry, your pan fry, you can do it as well. I generally don't do egg when I do my deep frying, but you can do it. A lot of people do it with chicken and all that good stuff. But right now I'm going to get this started for our air fryers, all right? Make sure your air fryer is turned on, set to at least 400. I like to do 425. I like a little color. So 400 to 425 on the air fryer. Make sure you got that set, all right? And for all my people that's doing the deep fry or the pan fry, make sure right now your oil is preheated because once we start cooking, it's time to get it hot, all right? I got my pan here already preheated. I got my deep fryer going. We're going to get it locked. All right. Then you want to take your egg here and you want to add at least 3 tablespoons of water. So get in 3 tablespoons of water, probably about, I would say 2/3 of the egg in the amount of water. You want to put that in the bowl as well, all right? So I'm going to go ahead and over here. Add my water. All right, so you see that? That's what that's going to look like right there. You barely can see the egg right there. You got the egg in the water, and then you want to give that a nice, what do you call this here? Scramble. So let's get that scramble going right here like that. Boom, 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 boom. And it's going to look a little opaque. It's not going to be as, eggy as you normally do when you scramble an egg. Boom, boom, boom. Set that to the side. You're ready to go. All right? Now, let's get our panko dredge, right? So we also want to do flour and panko. So let's put a little flour in here. And you know what? We can go ahead and put a lot of flour in here because we can use this flour for our deep fry stuff as well. And what I say, we're going to season along the way, right? We season all the time. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a little bit of that Old Bay, put it in the flour. Old Bay in the flour. Here we go. Boom, 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 boom. Just sprinkle it right over the top. Put a little extra garlic powder in the flour. Boom, 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 boom. Sprinkle that over the top. All right. Here we go. Now, again, the question asking, why did I add the egg to the water? I added egg to the water because you don't want it to be really eggy. And it's going to help to just really, all you're doing is using it as a binder for the meat to stick to the flour. Now, generally, when you're frying, here's how it goes, right? You want to go wet, dry, wet, dry. Say it with me now. Wet, dry, wet, dry. So what that means is when you got a piece of fish, right? This is one reason why I don't use the egg on my fish because it's already wet. So then I go straight to my dry, right? But what you want to do is you want to go from fish, you want to go to the flour because remember the fish is wet. You want to go flour, then we go egg, then we go back to the panko again, right? So again, what we doing? We doing wet, dry, wet, dry. That's how we're going to do that. We're going to show you exactly how that all breaks down. But again, this is just to act as a wet binder to help it's like the glue, basically like the glue of the breading for the fish and stuff here. All right, so now in my dredge here, I got flour, I got Old Bay, I got garlic powder. I'm also going to come back with a little bit more black pepper. That's salt. Yeah. Here we go. A little bit of black pepper right there. Boom, boom, boom. And then what am I doing? I'm gonna go ahead and get my hands in it. Like I said, get your little dredge, mix it up a little bit. Make sure you're good to go. You can give it a little twirl. Boom, 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 boom. And now I got my station ready to go. Get my panko breadcrumbs and another bowl here. We're doing our deep fry. Our air fry. So we got my panko breadcrumbs coming in. Boom, 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 boom. Probably could have should have used a flatter bowl for that, but again, these pieces of fish aren't that big, so they should be able to get into this bowl kind of nicely. All right, here we go. Now, another thing we can do right now is grab our sheet pan. If you got a sheet pan or your air fryer pan that you're going to be using, some people got a big stationary air fryer. My air fryer is in my oven, so I'm going to use a sheet pan. But you just take out your air fryer basket and then make sure it's kind of lined with some oil or parchment paper, whatever you got, to get in there so the fish doesn't stick in there, right? So we're going to be putting that in the air fryer for probably about 7 or 8 minutes. Then we're going to flip it and let it go another 5 or 6 minutes, all right? Here we go. Let's get it cracking over here, baby. All right, everybody's doing good. If you're ready to get the air fryer going, if your air fryer's already going, let's get a thumbs up in the chat. Thumbs up in the chat if you got your air fryer going. Here we go. I got all my components ready to lock in. I'm going to do 2 pieces at a time. If you are going to be using your air fryer, like I said, remember, you want to go ahead and give it a nice little spray. And so I'm going to spray my pan as well. Give it a nice little spray. This is going to be air frying, so you definitely will need some of that oil to help brown the fish, all right? And give it a nice good color. Here we go with the 2 pieces. Remember what we said? We said wet, dry, wet, dry. The fish is already wet. I'm going into the dry. Here we go. Going into the dry, just like this. Right here. Boom, boom, boom. Get that nice and coated. And here's another little tip. When you want to make sure it's good and packed in, just get a little pack. Just to make sure it's nice and good and covered. And you should be looking just like that. Nice little piece like that. Then we're going to go to the egg. Just put that in the egg, get it nice and wet real quick. Remember, dry, wet, wet, dry. Here we go. Now, after that, we're going right into the panko. Right into the panko, get that a little crispy there. And again, we're going to pat it down. Give it a nice little pat so it all sticks to it. The egg and the water is going to act like the glue. All right? And we're going to glue that down there. And we're going to take this over to our pan right here. I'm going to bring it over and just show you guys right here. Boom, 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 boom. This is going to go right down on the pan. Or right in your air fryer, just like that, all right? Right in your air fryer, just like that. I'm going to do the second piece. Rinse and repeat. Rinse and repeat. Here we go. We got the second piece right here. We're going wet, then we're going dry. Now we wet, dry. Give it a little pat down. Get all that seasoning in there. Boom, 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 boom. We're going to come back to the wet right now. Here we go. Come back to the wet. Got the wet. And where we going next? We're going to the dry. Let's go to the dry. Boom, 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 boom. Let's get that in there nice and coated. If you got the air fryer going, make sure your air fryer is set to 400, 425. You're going in for about 7 to 8 minutes on one side. We're going to flip it and go to the other side. And don't worry, all my deep fryer and pan fryers, y'all next. I'm coming up to the pan fry people, y'all next, all right? Here we go. Go take this to the stove. That's ready to go. Air fryer action is ready to go down, baby. This is going to air fryer. Here we go. Air fryer popping in right now. Ooh, that's nice and hot. 20, at least 425, going in for about 6 or 7 minutes. Then we're gonna flip it and come back. All right. I'm turning my oil up in my cast iron skillet here. I'm putting the panko to the side because now I'm only using flour. I'm not using egg, but you can use the egg if you want to. I'm only using flour and I'm only using cornmeal. So here we go. Now I got my flour dredge all ready to go. Now I'm going to just add some cornmeal to this because now I'm frying it in the deep fryer and frying it in my pan. So we're gonna add probably about, I'll say about a quarter cup of cornmeal. Get that all mixed in there. We already got our seasonings in there. Now I'm gonna come back in, give it a nice little stir. This one for here, like I said, when I do the pan fry and the deep fry, I'm only doing wet dry one time. Wet dry one time. The fish is already wet. Like I said, look, ready to go already, right? Look at that. Ready to go already. We got this ready to go. You got your seasoned fish. Who's ready to go? Let me see some chat. Let me see some chat action. What we got? Doesn't matter what type of flour you use. It doesn't matter what type of flour you use. You can use regular flour. It can be bleached, unbleached. If you want to use coconut flour, a lot of people want to go gluten free, so you want to use a rice flour. All those flours you can definitely use. I definitely like mixing cornmeal and flour though. All right. So here we go. You guys ready? Let's get this going. Boom. Now this one right here, you definitely want to get a nice little pat on. All right. You definitely want to pat it in. Make sure you get a nice little coverage of your flour and oil. And I think my pan is getting nice and a little hot. I'm gonna go ahead and sit this to the side for right now. And I'm gonna go ahead and do all these and just sit them on my cutting board here while everything's getting all nice and heated up. My deep fryer is already heated. My pan, when you see the oil start to do a nice little shimmer, nice little look like it's moving on its own, that's how you know your oil's ready. And if this is something. Another thing you can do, you can take your thermometer out if you have one, and you can measure it. You want to be at 375 or so while you're frying. And if you don't have a thermometer, it's okay. While you're watching your fish fry in the pan, you want to just make sure it doesn't burn too much, all right? If it's browning too fast, your pan's too hot. Turn it down. Remember, these cast iron skillets, they're going to hold more heat than a regular non-stick pan. So you want to just watch it as you go. This is all part of watching and cooking, all right? All right. We about to have this thing pretty much done, and we're going to prep our homemade slaw tartar sauce. Super, super simple, super delicious, and you guys are going to have an amazing fish fried sandwich right here on this Friday, baby. Let's get this packed in here, and we are ready to go. Now, I got these all set up. Let me test another way you can test the oil. Drop a little sprinkle of flour in there. And look at that sizzle. See, it's already frying up and sizzling on its own. You guys see that? Do that one more time for you. Yep, that's ready to go. Now, here's a couple little fun tips now. If you ever wonder how you do bare battered fish, guess what? You take this same dredge, you pour a little beer in it so it has like a little pancake batter consistency. You dip your fish in there, fry it. Now you got bare battered fish. What about tempura fish, Farouk? Oh, good thing you asked, Farouk. We got you going down right here. Tempura batter, all you do is instead of beer, you use soda water. Soda water and flour is really what makes the tempura batter. Again, you want to make it so that it gets a nice little consistency so it's not too thick, more like a pancake batter consistency. And you got tempura. I just showed you how to make tempura batter, regular deep fried, and even, what was the other one I said? And beer batter. Got it all go. Thank you guys. Appreciate y'all. All right. So here we go. Get my fingers rinsed off here again. Another reason why I love using these black gloves is everything just comes right off. I don't know. Love it. Love it. All right. Now I'm going in with the pan fry people. Pan fry people, here we go. We coming in one time. Let's check out this pan fry. Let's get that fish in there. You should get a nice little sizzle when it's good. Just lay it down. And watch your fingers, watch the splash. Whenever you're putting fish in hot oil, or putting anything hot oil, you always want to put it away from your body, away from you, because that way you don't end up with burns on your fingers like mine, or you don't end up splashing in your face and all that good stuff, all right? So here we go. Now you got the nice little sizzle. Let's get this piece in here. Remember, you want to fillet it in the pan away from your face. While that's bubbling up, we're going to keep that going. And I'm going to drop these two pieces in the deep fryer. All you got to do is drop it in your deep fryer. You're not going to really see my deep fry action. Maybe I'll show you all another time. I'm going to drop this in the deep fryer. That's ready to go. I'll show y'all what that looks like when it's done. All right. Now, you might be asking, Fruit, why don't you use egg and do the, double dip on the fish like you do? Because for me, I just like a nice little crispy fish. Like, I don't need to add too much batter on it. You know what I'm saying? I've come to learn that when I do it this way, it provides just enough crispiness, just enough batter on my fish to give me a nice crispy fish sandwich. All right. So here we go. We got our fish frying. The air fryer thing is happening. If you got to set a timer on your air fryer, you probably got about 5 minutes or so left. So you'll be able to make that happen. And then, again, the deep fry and the pan fry is only going to take a lot less. So this is going to go for about another 2-3 minutes. And already my deep fryer, let me just show y'all this with the camera right here. I'm going to switch over my cutting board camera, just show y'all my deep fry action. You see that right there? Yeah, that's the deep fry action. Look how quick that is. That's already brown and so good. That's already gonna be going making things happen right there. All right, we're going road. What's that called? What they call that? That road cameraman stuff. That's what we're doing right now. What they call that? What, no, what's when you do the camera stuff and it's all like it's all edgy and like not clean and dirty. Yeah, sure. We dirty macking our cameras over here. Here we go. Whatever it is. That's not the word I'm looking for, but when I find it, I'm gonna get to it. We're gonna figure out what kind of camera it is. All right. So we checking on our stuff here. Our fish is still going. Probably about another 2 minutes on this side, 2 minutes on that side. All right, what is it? Okay, so I gotta figure this out, y'all. What is it called when you just you don't get no permits? You just go out in the streets and you start shooting. Guerrilla filming. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. Guerrilla filming. There we go. There we go. Make sure you check on your fish there in the deep fryer. This one's already almost done already. You want to give it a little nice little flip over, and then make sure you're getting it cooked on both sides. Probably another minute or two here on my deep fried fish. Again, we got at least 3 or 4 minutes on before you even flip the air fryer fish, and then we got our pan fried fish right here as well. You guys gonna see the beautiful crust. I'm gonna let y'all hear what that sounds like on there. I'm gonna go ahead and get this pan fried fish a nice little flip. Whoa! See, that's why you want to flip away from you. See all that grease right there? Let's get another little flip right here. Look at this color. Look at this beautiful color right here. We got a nice brown color on there on that fish. It's going to be beautiful. And feel free to get yourselves a nice little rack. If you want a nice little rack to set your fish on, if you just want to put it on a plate with some paper towel, either one will work for you. I got a nice little rack right here that I'm going to set my fish up on, and we're going to keep that going. Now, while you got some other things going on, there's a couple different ways you can toast your buns. For me, I'm gonna be toasting my bun right on my grill pan and in the oven, just allowing to give a little toast because I got the air fryer thing going on. So that's how I'm gonna be toasting my buns. Now, right now, I'm coming up. This let me show y'all my gorilla shot here with the deep fryer. Here we go. Check that out. Already done. Already done right there. Can y'all see that? Where we at? Be a little wide with it. I'm coming. I'm coming. Sorry, this is the gorilla shot. Here we go. You know what? I'm gonna put this back and I'm gonna show y'all just like this. Here we go. I can mind. Boom. There you go. See what that look like right there? We got that nice crispy fish. It's holding up right there. Very, very good. We're gonna put that on the sandwich. All right. We got like that locked in. Let's turn this down. My fish in the frying pan is still doing good. Another minute or two right there, and that's going to be done. Air fryer people, you guys want to be all healthy and stuff, it's going to take a little bit longer, all right? So just get ready to make your slaw and get ready to make your tartar sauce, all right? Again, feel free to toast your buns in the toaster oven. You can toast them in the oven. I'm doing mine on the grill pan, however you like. So right now, let's go ahead and break out the slaw, all right? Let's break out the slaw. What oil am I using in the pan? The oil I'm using in the pan is just regular vegetable oil. Vegetable oil. Whenever you're frying, you want to use a high heat oil. What does that mean? A high heat oil is something that can stand a lot of temperature so that when you put your food in it, it doesn't burn it. You don't want the oil to burn. So avocado oil is good. Canola oil is good. Vegetable oil is good. Coconut oil is good. All those oils are good to be able to fry in and have high heat points so you don't burn your food. All right, let's check this out. I'm using just regular vegetable oil though. Some people, if you want to go back to the old school, you want to break out the Crisco, you can go ahead and do that. I'm gonna get this one more flip here. Look at that. Look how beautiful that is. That is so beautiful, y'all. Getting very, very good color right there. Again, matter of fact, right now, this cast iron skillet is still going. I'm gonna turn the pan off because this thing's gonna hold the heat and it's gonna keep it going, and I'm gonna let that go. All right. So you're only gonna get that like one more minute in there, and we're good to go. But I see the smoke coming off of my grill pan here, so I'm gonna go ahead and take this bun and I'm gonna go ahead and give it a nice little, quick little wipe of olive oil on the top. This is just all for presentation, y'all. This is all just so I can make it pretty. I told y'all I'm Homie Chef Ruq, so this how the chefs do it a little bit. All right, take this bun, put that right on there. Boom, 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 boom. Money, money, money. We just gonna get some grill marks on there, and just make it look pretty. That's all it is. This ain't really got nothing to do with flavor, nothing like that. That's it. All right, here we go. Now we got our fish done here. I'm gonna transfer this to the same basket so it can all just air out. Look at that. Look how that holds. Look how that's holding right there. It's not bending. Nice crispiness. I'm gonna put this up to the mic and scratch it so y'all can hear the crispiness and how it sounds. Everybody, be quiet for a second. Listen, listen, listen. I don't know if y'all can hear that, but that's the crispiness of the chicken. It's so good. All right. All right, now y'all got that down. We got that. All right, we got our pan skillet fried fish done. We got our deep fried fish done. Oh yeah, I think it's time to flip the air fried air fried fish. So if you got the air fryer, make sure you flip that. All right, and I'm gonna check on my bun here. We're getting the grill marks there. Turn this down just a little bit and keep this going. All right, let's check. Let's flip the air fryer. Flip your air fryer fish right now. Let's go. I'm gonna take this out and show y'all what that's like. And put this back here on the back burner. Boom, 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 boom. Sorry about the splash on the stove, babe. I know you might have to clean that up later, but thank you, appreciate it. All right, let's get a flip on here. Get a nice little flip here. We're gonna take a little fish. We're gonna flip that. Look at that brown side right there. You see that brown side? You see how that's browning right there? Definitely want to get that. Matter of fact, let me just do another little thing before we flip it. Before we flip it, sorry, flip it right back. Boom, 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 boom. Get another little spray of oil right on top. Because you want that side to brown too. Do you ever use peanut oil? I never use peanut oil. Just haven't used it. Don't really know why. A lot of people got peanut allergies. So peanut allergies, you might want to avoid that because that will keep people from being able to eat your food. Or you might, send somebody into some kind of shock or something. And you don't want to do that if you use peanut oil. All right. People got the sensitivity to the peanuts. And I'm going to go ahead and throw this down right now. Look at that color on that fish right there. That's what we want, okay? Going right back in for about another 4 or 5 minutes here in our air fryer. So make sure you flip it on the air fryer. Let me check my bun. Look at that. Got a nice little grill mark on my bun. That's all I need right there. That's all I need. Nice little grill mark on my bun. That's all I wanted. And that's all I needed. Get it toasted up the rest of the way. We're going to keep it going. Throw this right in the air fryer. Boom, boom, boom. Let that get crispy. We're good to go. All right. Here we go. Break out your coleslaw mix. You guys already got the coleslaw mix. So we're going to put it in a bowl for you. And I'm going to show y'all how I'm going to do it. All right. I'm going to chop mine up right here on my cutting board and show y'all how to make it from scratch if you want to. But like I said, I just made it easy for y'all to grab the coleslaw mix. Super, super simple, all right? So I'm going to take a little edge of the cabbage right here. And if you don't know, coleslaw is just cabbage and carrots, mayonnaise, little lemon juice, sugar. That's basically all coleslaw is. So here we go. Go ahead and cut up some of this cabbage right here. Get it all locked in. And then we're going to give it a nice little chop just to make it pretty. Here we go. Put this right here, and then we're just gonna chop. Boom. Remember, watch your fingers, get that bear claw going down so you can go bam, 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 and you're good to go. Get a little chop. Keep chopping. You want to chop it the long way so you end up with these strips. End up with the strips of cabbage, all right? What spray again on the air fried fish? The spray I use on air fried fish, again, it's on air fried fish with the spray. When you get the oil sprays, it can be all the same oils. You got vegetable oil, you got canola, you got extra virgin olive oil. All those come in the air in a spray. For me, I got the canola in the spray. Even though I'm frying in the fish in the grease and vegetable oil, I got the canola in the spray, all right? So let's go ahead and chop this up here. Remember, watch your fingers. Get this nice and thin strips here. Keep it nice and long. So there you go. Boom, boom, boom. That's all you want right there. This is also how you can make homemade coleslaw. I'm going to leave out the mayonnaise because I'm only doing a slaw for this. But if you want to have that right there, boom, that's all you're looking for right there. See these strips? That's all you're looking for in that. Then I'm going to grab my grater. Grab your grater. And you want to use this side right here of the grater. Use this side right here, this big side, not this side. This side is for more like what do you call that? Grating like lemons and stuff. This is more for like lemons. It's a little smaller section here. If you want smaller, you can do that. That's for slicing stuff. But here we go. We're using the big thing right here. I'm gonna throw it right over top. I already got my carrots peeled and everything. Got them rinsed off. You might need to, you're not doing that, so you don't have to worry about all that. That's why I didn't tell you all how to do all that, because you already got the slaw in the bag. So you waiting for me to finish this up, right? All right, so while you waiting for me to finish this up before I get to add some other stuff in it, I'm going to go ahead and shred this whole carrot in here. Feel free to go ahead and drop some fire emojis in the chat if you guys are following along. If the fish is done, how you feeling? Drop some fire emojis in the chat if you're feeling good. All right, here we go. I got that going right there right now. Nice little mix right there. See, we got the carrots. Nice little, I would say probably about a quarter cup of carrots right there to probably about a whole cup of cabbage, all right? Super, super simple. We're going to go with some sea salt. Little sea salt. Sprinkle one time. Sprinkle 2 times across the top. Boom. Here you go. I'm also going to throw a little bit of black pepper in here. 1 time across the top. There we go. That's how I like doing my measurements. One time across the top. There we go. Then we're also going to add some fresh lemon juice. We got some fresh lemon juice. Let me show you all what these lemons look like right here. Look at these lemons. See that lemon right there? Look at that. It's beautiful. Now, don't at me right now. Get all chef. I got the fresh lemon. I got people that got fresh lemon trees. So that's where I get my lemons from, all right? So that's why I look all pretty like that. So here we go. Go ahead and take your lemon, cut it in half. I'm going to use the juice of a half a lemon. Juice of a half a lemon. If you don't got the fancy squeeze thing, you can just go right in your hand like this. Give it another nice little portion of your hand to just kind of like little space so you catch all the seeds. And you go ahead and sprinkle that right on in just like that. Sprinkle it right on in your hand. I'm not even going to use my fancy thing right now. And just let the juice drip through, but don't let the seeds in, all right? Let the juice flip through, but don't let the seeds in. Here we go. All right, here we go. All right, drip, 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 done. Throw your seeds and all that in the trash. Rinse your hands off. Grab my trusty towel here. And that's basically all I'm going to do for the slaw, except I'm going to also add a little EVOO, a little olive oil, extra virgin olive oil. You want to mix that in there a little bit. Boom, boom, boom. Probably about a tablespoon of olive oil. Goes really far. And then y'all know what I'm doing next, right? I'm putting my hand in it. Get it all mixed up. Get that nice and mixed up there. This is going to be the slaw topping, homemade slaw topping right here for your fried fish sandwich. And that's set and good to go. I'm still thinking about my air fryer fish though. I probably got about another minute and I'm gonna be good to go on that, all right? How's your air fryer fish? Check your air fryer, give it a little pop open, and get it back in there. It's not like an oven. When you open it up, you're gonna release the heat. Here, you ain't gonna worry about releasing the heat in your air fryer. You're good to go. Fish is done. Almost. Let's check it. Yep. Fish is done. My bun went a little bit too heavy, but that's all right. I got another one. No, that's gonna be good. All right. Fish is looking good. Let me check on it real quick one time for you. Our air fried fish is looking good. Looking good. Looking good. Check on your air fried fish. If you like the color wouldn't have done this, it should be good. I'm gonna throw mine back in for about another 2 minutes or so, just because I want them to get nice and brown. All right. That's gonna be good to go. Let's clean off this cutting board because I like to have a clean workstation here. How we feeling? How we feeling? We feeling good? We got the slaw done. The fish should be done. Next up is our tartar sauce, and that's going to be super, super simple. We got a bowl. Get yourself a nice little bowl. Get yourself some mayo. We're going to go with a good 2-3 heaping spoons of mayo, all right? Good 2 or 3 heaping spoons of mayo. Here's 1. Here's 2. Here's 3. Money, money, money. Now, here's your choice. If you want to go dill relish, sweet relish, however you want to do it. If you want to do a combination of both the dill and the sweet, however you want to make it happen, all right? We got it all locked down for you. So look, I'm going with some dill relish first. As soon as I can get this jar open, here we go. And again, probably about a whole heaping tablespoon of dill relish right there. Then I'm also going to match that with a heaping tablespoon of sweet relish. That way I got the sweet and the dill in there, all right? And then going back to the lemon juice, probably about a teaspoon, maybe a teaspoon and a half of lemon juice. That's all you need. It's going to go a long way, all right? Once again, coming in with the salt, just a little sprinkle, just a little dash of salt. That's it. That's all you need right there. And then I'm going to hit it with a little Old Bay because I got to keep the flavors flowing. Keep the flavors flowing. A little quarter teaspoon of Old Bay right there for you. And then all we're going to do is mix. That's all we're going to do is mix. I see you guys are talking about the merch again, talking about some merch for He Cooks, He Scores. Right now, this is only my second time doing this live video. I am going to be thinking about some merch. I'm definitely going to be thinking about some trucker hats with the He Cooks, He Scores. You guys want to try to get a chef coat so you can cook with me? You definitely can. So check that out right there. Let's look this up. The merch is coming. Be on the lookout. Be on the lookout. So here's our tartar sauce right here. This is the consistency we want right here. It's not too watery, still sticking to the spoon. And look at the chunks of relish in there. You might want some more relish. You might want less relish. If you got enough in there, I'm good with that right there. We're good to go. I'm going to check on this air fryer fish because it is done. Still hearing that sizzle. It's nice and cooked. We got nice crispiness there. And I think we're ready to assemble this sandwich. Except one more thing. I'm going to cut up some jalapeno. If you got some jalapeno, you like jalapeno in your life, go ahead and grab some jalapeno and get a nice little slice of that on there. Slice some of that up nice and thin because we're going to throw this right on top when we build this sandwich. If you did bring some sliced cheese out, feel free to throw your sliced cheese on your sandwich as well. I'm not doing the cheese this time. Just going to do straight sandwich. Here we go. All right. Grab the bottom of your bun. Now we're about to build here. We're coming to the home stretch. We're building this out here. Grab your bun here. We're going to build this up. We want to take a nice spoon of your tartar sauce. One time. I say 1.5. Boom, boom. Get that nice and wet right there on the bottom. You don't got to spread it all around the fish and do the rest. You want to do that just like that, all right? Next, let's come in with that fish. I'm going with the fried fish, baby. I'm coming in with that fried fish. Look at that. Put that piece right there on top right there. Come with another piece right over top. Layer that up there. Boom, boom, boom. We got that fried fish right there. And next, we're going to come in with the slaw. The slaw that you made right there. Take a nice little handful of slaw. Don't worry about it getting sloppy. This is what it's all about. Get that right there. Put that right on top. That's all right. Whatever hits the ground, you can pick it up, put it back on top, put it back in your bowl. There you go. Nice little amount of slaw right there on top. Then you want to come, and then you want to hit it with those slices of jalapeno. I'm going about 4 or 5 slices of jalapeno on here. If my slaw want to cooperate and stay on, it's all right. We all want to stay together right here. Come on, we're a happy family, y'all. Can't we all get along? There we go. All right, we got our 5 right there. And you know what I'm about to hit it with next, right? Where my hot sauce lovers at, y'all? Where my hot sauce lovers? I hit it with the hot sauce coming at you right now. Y'all saw me last time when I did it. Told you I only rock with big bottles of hot sauce. My bottles of hot sauce are gigantic. You see that? Look at the size of my head. Look at that. You see how big that is? That's how I rock with my hot sauce, all right? Get that little shape. I got the Louisiana right here. If you got Crystal, Red Rooster, whatever you got right here, Red Hot, coming right over top with that hot sauce right there, all on top. And don't worry, I'm keeping this on the side because when I go to bite, I'm going to want some more. Here we go. Now, one more time with the tartar sauce, all right? Grab your top bun. One more time with the tartar sauce. Just 1 scoop this time. Nice little scoop. Give it a nice little spread. Here we go, baby. Putting this right on top, baby. Right on top. Everything's right there. Boom, boom, boom. Now you got that fish sandwich right there. Check that out. Check that out. I got to check this full cam out right here. We got the fish sandwich right there. It's all right there. Cabbage dripping. Everything's dripping because it's all going to be so good and go right in your mouth. So now I'm going to take a little bite. Move this air fryer fish out the way because I don't want nobody saying, oh, you ate over my food. It's all good. Here we go. Take a nice little bite. Mm. 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 Ain't nothing left to say, man. Ain't nothing left to say. So I'm going to take another bite. I don't know if you can see a cutting board, but you see all the juice and all that good stuff right there. Chop that up. Get that in your mouth, too. That's the flavor. So look, that's it, y'all. It's that simple. Grab some fries, grab some onion rings. You know what I like to have with mine? This is my guilty pleasure, y'all. I love having with my fish sandwich and fries. And take me back to my days growing up in Philly. I used to go to this place called D&S Deli. That's where we went on Fridays. And I always got like a letter A or a number 1. Came with some wings, some fries, and macaroni salad. Yes, this is my guilty pleasure, baby. The store-bought macaroni salad. So good. So thank y'all for tuning in. Thanks for watching. Enjoy your fried fish sandwich. Enjoy this fried Friday. And I'll see y'all next time on He Cooks, He Stores.